You just live. Is this life no meant for living? Hey peeps, I go by Yabi. If you're a returning subscriber, all love. And if you're a newcomer, hit the subscribe button down below. Truly appreciate it. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to level up, elevate in your 20s. Your 20s are your precious, beautiful, youthful, lovely years. It's 6 a.m. by the way, I have not slept. And I still decided to record this video because I just had inspiration to do it. Just because like all these level up videos, all these like feel good videos about just like elevating, why not? So I have 8 tips for you guys, 8 tips, eight pointers, 8 whatever things that you guys can do to help yourself level up. Do not waste your youth. Do not. I'm telling you right now, do not waste your youth. Because these are the years that everybody wishes to come back to. These are the years that are just like priceless. I mean, every year is a beautiful, every age, every chapter. But your 20s, sis, your 20s, you do not want to waste on anybody. So here we go to tip numero 1. Tip number 1 is financial wellness. I feel like your 20s are just like your year to build the foundation. Build. Your 20s could be your make or break years. Your 20s could be the years that could build you to become, like, to have an empire for yourself, really building that foundation, financial wellness. And your 20s is also the years that could trick you into thinking things that really don't matter should matter, like overspending, living above your means, doing things that you know you had to hustle and tussle to get, but instead you rather buy into something that really isn't valuing you, and instead of paying off a debt or whatever the case may be. Just having financial wellness, just having a financial plan, working towards financial freedom, being more well-rounded with your finances, having a savings. Some people don't even have a savings accounts in their 20s, and I'm kind of just like, where we at? Like, we gotta start building for our future. We gotta start building. If your desire is to have children and have a family, you gotta start building for your family. You have to start building. Like, sis, bro, sis, you gotta start building. All right, so tip number 2 is date people. I'm not talking about open up your, like, I mean, by all means necessary. If you want to do that, that's what you want to do. That's what you want to do. But date, you don't have to do that, but you just get to know people, like make friends, date around, get wined and dined. But I keep moving my hands. I don't know why I do that. Get wined and dined, date around, meet new people. Listen, you will never know what works for you if you don't try it. If you always eating chicken, how you gonna know how a steak tastes? If you always eating chicken, how you gonna know how the steak tastes? How you gonna know how a steak tastes? Like, how? If you're always eating chicken, let me know. Cause you gotta date, honey. You gotta date. You gotta get toasted. You gotta go to a 5-star. You gotta go to $3 signs and up. And up. You have to date people. You do not want to cry over boys. Lori Harvey, for example. Lori Harvey is the hot topic, the hot seat, the hottie in our time right now, okay? She's done dated Future. She's done dated Diddy's son, Justin Combs. And then she's done dated Diddy, the father. Well, she's alleged or whatever. She's like they've been seen on like some vacays, and if you're taking a girl on a vacation, I mean, you already know what's up. So she's done dated like, she wants to the sign, if you break my heart, I go date your father. That's my sis, y'all, Lori Harvey. But anyways, she's done dated like all these people, and I'm just like, Lori, baby. And some people, I'm like, okay, the only thing that why people come at her is because she went public with who she's dated. But if you really think about it, there's people that date more people in private than in public. So, I mean, Lori Harvey, girl, kudos to you, because you're just like not wasting. And the crazy part, she was engaged. She was engaged before, and then the engagement got cut off. And you guys could search it up. I forgot the guy's name, but she was engaged. The engagement got cut off. And she was like, look, I'm living it up. Like, I ain't letting nobody hype me down. I'm not letting nobody, like, turn the light off for my whatever shine, the light off of my candle. Like, I am living. I'm living. This life is meant to be lived. So we're going to live in it together. Like, so, you know, take people seriously on a serious note. You don't want to be crying over no boy that when you're 40, you forgot his name. The boy you're crying over when you're 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. You don't even know his name. You don't know where he lives. You don't even know his tax brackets. You don't even want to know because... But yes, seriously, date people. I can't stress that enough. I tell people all the time, like, look, like, if you don't have the mentality to be in a committed relationship right now, be selfish. It's your selfish years. You don't gotta take care of no baby. You don't gotta take care of you don't gotta take care of no like house mortgage, but you know, rent and stuff like that. You don't gotta take, like, you're not glued to a apartment. You can move out, but mortgage, you're glued to it because I mean, you have to pay off the house before you move. You don't have to you just live. Is this life no meant for living? Like, I'm so confused. When people be crying over some boy that I'm just thinking like when we're 40, we'll be even laughing. We're crying over this one. Anyways, date people. Now my third tip is going to contradict my first tip. Don't think you can't find love just because you're young. Some people are like, oh, I'm young, I'm this, I'm that. If you're dating, like tip number 2, if you're dating people, but you end up finding love, you happen to find love, you happen to find a partner, don't block your blessings, sis. Do not do that because the streets is hard. The streets is hard and you don't want to block your blessing. If you find the person, and I am the type of person, I would always say like, oh, I don't want to hold me down. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. Or I want to live my life. I want to have fun. I don't want nobody clocking me. I want to say, But you could do all that and still have a partner. You can still have fun, still live your life. As long as your partner is like fun, lives life, and all this stuff, like, hey, so you can talk all this smack, but then when you just meet literally the person that compliments you, no one's completing me because I'm already complete as a whole myself. But when you meet the person that compliments you, don't block your blessing, and you know, don't feel like, oh, because you're young, you're not ready for that stage in your life. If you feel like the time is right, if you feel like this person's for you, if you feel like this is the one, let it happen. Just let it go naturally. Don't force it. You would never ever have to force someone that really loves you. I'm telling you that right now. Like, you would never have to do that in your life. I'm telling you that right now. And yeah, so definitely date. But if that person happens to be there and comes by and sweeps you off your feet and it's like your Prince Charming and all that stuff, then definitely let him come as long as he loads your bank account. No, but seriously, date people, but if the right one happens to come along in your 20s, you know, don't block your blessing. So tip number 4 is travel once a year. If this is your first time coming to my channel, I am like a travel channel, but because of what's going on in the world, I kind of been laying low. I've been trying to be safe and all that stuff, but I didn't know how much I traveled until all this chaos has happened. And I was traveling once a month. I know, crazy. But I was traveling once a month just because, like, I feel like there's nothing holding me down. There's you know, like I just really love exploring and I have a lot of curiosity. So I love seeing things for myself. I'm the type, if I see something and I read about something about a specific country, I'm the type that wants to see it in person. I don't go by hearsay. I like to actually see things for myself. So definitely like try to travel once a year. A lot of times Americans don't even spend their vacation time on travel. They just spend their vacation sitting in the house. Try to make it a habit to travel. Just go to a foreign country, even if it's not a country, go out of state, go somewhere that's just not your comfort zone. Because I feel like your 20s, a lot of times, I feel like some years ago, we used to always think like, oh, traveling was meant for like when you're retired or for like older people that are more financially stable. But we learned so many different ways of traveling. If you just save up money, you could do whatever you put your mind to. I know people that have very good valuables that work like, you know, an okay job and they're still able to afford things just because they save and they prep for it. You could conquer anything. You could acquire anything in this life that you truly want as long as you really like prep for it and you set up like a plan. So travel once a year, honey. Like just travel somewhere. I'm like a advocate. I'm a travel enthusiast. I'm always going to encourage people to travel. Like when I'm talking to you, 7 times out of 10, I'll probably mention travel just because that's just something that I love to do. So yeah. Now, number 5 is set goals with deadlines. A lot of times people are dreamers and it's good to dream. I'm not knocking your dream, but be a dreamer and a goal setter because I feel like when you set goals with a deadline, you're more capable of doing it. Think about it, like when you're in school, you have deadlines for projects, for presentations, for whatever. But I feel like as we become adults, we don't set our personal goals and deadlines for things. At work for a work project, for clients, you have deadlines. Like I'm always having to catch up with deadlines for different like work clients, but it's a lot. And we don't do that with our personal selves. And it's kind of like, why? So I feel like in your 20s, you have to really set goals with deadlines because if you set end goals and you say you're gonna do this, you're not gonna do it. And so way later, just because there's no deadlines to it. So yeah, definitely set goals with deadlines. Number 6 is explore your creativity. Your 20s, like, oh my gosh, you don't have to be glued to a career. Your 20s is your time to mess up if you want to. And because I feel like, I mean, well, let me not say this because there's some people in their 20s that have children, like in their early 20s or late 20s, like, you know, but even still, if you're in a situation where you don't have kids, and even if you do, like, you can kind of screw up and there's nobody that you have to really take care of. Like in your 40s, I mean, like you can screw up, but then it's like, like I got like, if you take like a year off of work and you're just like, but I got kids to take care of, you can't really do that. But if you take a year off of work and you don't have anyone to take care of or look after, it's kind of just like, okay, like I have enough saved up for my own self and I'm good and blah, blah, blah. But definitely explore your creativity. This is the time that you could change career paths. You probably wanted to be an engineer and then you ended up being an architect, or you probably wanted to be whatever. Like, it's just a time to explore your creativity and not even just career, also just like hobbies. Get a hobby. Like, it's really nice to have a hobby, something that you do outside of the chaos, like work and school and housekeeping or whatever it is, like just getting a hobby, exploring your creativity. Try painting your room, try having an accent wall, try doing something different that you don't usually do. I feel like this is just the perfect time to have creativity and just become free. Tip number 7 is find your tribe. Level up with your friends. Find your tribe. Be friends with encouraging friends, not discouraging friends. Because there's some people in this life, like, you probably are friends with them for past situations. Maybe it's just like you've been friends with them since forever, so you kind of draw that friendship through your whole life. But they might not have the same mindset as you. There's some people that are content with where they are in life right now, and your goals may be so big that they don't see why you want to do that, just because they're your mind is like here, and like some people don't be around people that have similar aspirations as you, because it's needed. And also, like, yeah, like, just find your tribe, because, like, man, like, people, as much as people say, like, oh, they don't need people in their life, we need people. You need friends. Some people say, oh, they don't like friends, they don't want friends, because friends will tell you who you are. Friends will tell you who you are, and sometimes, it stresses people out to know who they are and to hear the truth about themselves, and if you have good friends, I have a signs of fake friends and signs of bad friends video out. So if you guys do want to watch that, it's up in the cards. I believe it's like over here or something like that. So yeah, so definitely, like, friends will tell you who you are. The friends that you have in your 20s are the friends that you're probably going to have as your bridesmaids, or guys, if you guys are watching this, your groomsmen. These are friends that are probably going to be the godmothers, the fathers to your children. Like, you want to have friends that are your tribe, like friends that are literally like for you and with you. So definitely find your tribe. Your 20s, you can make friends, break friends, hire, promote, demote. You are the CEO of all your friendships. And I just feel like your friends in your 20s are kind of, I don't want to say your core friends, because you can meet friends anytime in your life, in your 50s, your 40s, your 30s, whatever age, but your friends in your 20s are kind of just like, that's my dog. Like, so yeah. And my last tip for you guys is, number 8 is replace motivation with discipline. What I mean by that is just simply because sometimes motivation comes and goes. Let's be honest. We're not motivated all the time. And if you're a person that pretends to be motivated all the time, my battery's about to die. Pretends to be motivated all the time, don't lie to yourself. Because look, we need discipline to do the things that we need to get done. So I hope that makes sense. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for my next videos coming out next week. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I'll have more level up videos, because there's so many ways you can level up in your 20s. And I hope you guys are enjoying your day, enjoying your life, enjoying your 20s. If you look back in your life, are you living? Are you existing? But anyways, I'll catch you guys next week. Bye.